Alright, folks, so this week I will be taking on the Atkins diet, phase 1, which makes a bold claim to be the original keto diet. And there's a lot I believe about that after looking into it, because a lot of the same foods that are acceptable on the ketogenic diet are definitely acceptable on Atkins induction phase. So we're going to get into this Atkins induction phase over the next few weeks, and we're going to explore food options the way we have been doing, but we're going to keep it a little bit more on the even lower carb side of things. So me and Big Country are both doing this, and I'm just trying to make me a salad with things I've got around here because I'm really not prepared for day one. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to come up with something out of nothing. I do, however, happen to have this canned chicken on hand, and I got several cans of it. And what do you know? It's 0 carbs for the entire 6 servings of it. So we're going to make us up some kind of salad with this. So y'all stay tuned while we get prepared. Alright, so I got my chicken drained, and I actually rinsed water on it and washed it off, and it still smells like canned chicken, which we're going to work on that. We're going to try to improve the flavor of this using Atkins phase 1 keto friendly techniques. Alright, remember, if it's Atkins phase 1, it's keto. It may be considered dirty, but you know, we're not calling it that no more. We're calling it the phase 1 foods. Alright, so this is phase 1 foods, and we're going to use stuff that I know is acceptable in this first phase here. So I got my chicken cooking, and I'm gonna put a little bit of vegetable oil in there because this is acceptable on phase 1 of Atkins. 0 cal, and you can see the water cooking off of there already. We're gonna try to tame some of that canned chicken taste in here a little bit, you know. Also add a little fat to it because, you know, I've made that mistake one time in the past. I ain't going there again. Alright, so we got her frying up a little too high. Cut that heat down a little bit. Alright. I want to get it good and oily and let some of that water cook out of all that canned chicken. Break up these bigger chunks. Not too bad. I want it to be a little chunky, just not that chunky. Alright. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna spice this up. We're gonna turn it into a salad. It is salad week, and I think I will just do something simple here today because got a lot going on here at the house. We're putting in a pond outside, doing a little garden area, and other things that I will show you later in the week. If you're a subscriber to this channel, you know I'm always into something. And we're just gonna let this cook a really long time to try to tame some of that moisture in there. Let that oil incorporate into it. See how we can season it a bit. I know I can use some garlic, but you got to be careful with the garlic because it does add carbohydrates. I had scrambled eggs and cheese this morning with 1 slice of cheese, so I'm already 2 carbs up to the good now. So garlic is on the acceptable list of vegetables, so it says I can use 1 teaspoon and it has 2 grams of carbohydrates per teaspoon. And this is just garlic in oil. Ingredients. Minced garlic, water, citric acid, and Something I can't pronounce, but yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. 2 grams of carbohydrates for a teaspoon. So get out our teaspoon here. Boy, does it smell garlicky. So that's 1 teaspoon right there. So that's 1 teaspoon. We'll go with 2. That brings my carb count up to 6 for the day right there. Alright. So we're going to mix that in there. You know, for flavor and stuff, because oil and garlic, you know, they're good. That goes good together. A little bit of garlic goes a long way anyway, so we got it in there. Just be real careful with it. Real careful with it here. I'm going to put my garlic up. And let's see, what else can we add to this bad boy? Like I say, I'm ill prepared today, so I'm doing this, you know, with just what I have on hand. I do have a couple bags of lettuce in here. Let's see what I got here. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Just looking at the serving size right here. 1 whole container is a serving size. Alright, so I got some mushroom here. Let me figure this out and I'll be back with you. Alright, so this entire can is a serving, like I thought, of mushrooms here. And hold on, let me put my seeing glasses on. And it's got 2 carbohydrates, 1 gram of dietary fiber, effectively making it 1 net carb for the entire can. There you go. So that's a lot of food in this can. Just gonna drain it. And I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna add it to all that chicken and oil, fry it up with it. Oh, this pan's getting a little fuller, y'all. Getting a little fuller. Alright. Alright, that's looking good. That's looking good. What else can we add here? I'm trying to see what else we got in this cabinet that might be on the acceptable vegetables list that I can add to this salad. Making it a little stir fry-ish. Alright, so I do have some tomatoes here. I'm not sure if I'm going to add them or not. Let me look into it. A 1/2 cup is a serving size. It's 2.5 servings for the entire container. So we got 4 grams carbs. Per 1/2 cup. There's 2.5 cups in here, so 4, 8, and we got 1 net carb to play with as well. So I think I'm gonna use half of this can, and we should be fine on the carbs because we do get some carbs from the lettuce, so we don't want to overdo it. So I'll empty this into a container. I'll use half of this now and half of it later. Let me open it up. Got my 1/2 cup ready here. I'm just gonna fill it up with some of the tomato. Ooh, a little more juice in there than I want it to be. Let me get rid of some of that juice. Alright, that's definitely not a full 1/2 cup, so we'll add a little more. Well, just to be on the safe side, that'll do it. And we got over half the can left, so use that for another application later in the week. That'll do good for this, for the flavor and stuff, you know. And we save some of that carb for something else, you know. Something else. Get all that incorporated, you know, that garlic, that mushroom, that tomato going on together. Ooh, it's gonna be a good salad, y'all. It's starting to actually look like something now. Gotta find something to put that tomato in. Don't want to waste it. Don't want to waste it. Because there's enough in there to make an entire serving. So we're getting our vegetables in here with the mushrooms. The foundation vegetables, that is. Of course, I think I'm supposed to eat the mushrooms raw, but hey, we're going by what that can says. It says 0 sugar in there, so they should be fine. It should be good. It should be good. And this is basically already done everything in here. I'm gonna give it a little taste test real quick, see what I'm working with here, see what it needs. Inventing with latchkey. All right. Alright, so that chicken is way overpowering coming out of that can. We're gonna find something to tone that down with a little bit. And well, you know, 0 calories, 0 carbohydrates in this here brand of hot sauce I cannot pronounce, but you know, that should go a long way to adding some heat in there. And that might be a little too much, y'all, because a little of this goes a long way. Long way. But that should tame that chicken some in there. So everything in this pan right now, and that's a lot of food, I can eat. And I'm going to eat it as a salad today. Turn that heat up a little bit there. Get that water and that moisture off here. Turn you back on in a second. Alright, so I'm not sure if this is Atkins approved or not, but it should be alright. It's no sugar added, bread and butter pickles. I know pickles are on the list. This is sweetened with Splenda. And, ooh, that's way too high. And that chicken's got some heat to it, so I'm not going to add a pickle in here. I'm just going to add a little bit of the juice to give it some sweetness. About a tablespoonful. Let's see what that does to give it a sweet and a heat together type of flavor. And I may have to add another tablespoon. Now that does have 1 carb per serving, which is a whole spear, a whole pickle spear, like that right there. That is 1 carb for that serving. It doesn't say if it has any dietary fiber in it or not. Alright. Let's see if that's the flavor I'm going for. I might have done something to sweeten it up there. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. That helped a lot. I could go for another tablespoon of that and be just fine. Yeah, I think it needs 1 more of them. I'm about to get out my lettuce, y'all, and a little bit of cheese and call this a day. Oh yeah, that's looking good. That's looking good. Alright, let's fix up our salad. Alright, so I'm going to create my salad here. Got my lettuce out. I got me a plate for some of that lettuce. Now I can consume this entire bag of lettuce here. It's only 2.5 servings. So it's got like 2 carbs per serving. So, and we got over half the bag left, and we got a lot of lettuce on there, right? This is Gouda, and it comes in at 0 carbs on here. But according to Dr. Atkins' website, Gouda does have some carbs in it per ounce, so maybe each slice is less than an ounce is why they are able to classify it as zero carb. But like I said, we could eat this entire thing here and be just fine on the carbohydrates today. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to eat some of it on here. Save some for later in case I get hungry. Ish. So we're going to use about half of this on here. Put it right on top of that Gouda and let it melt right there like that. And we cannot have mayonnaise. I mean, we can have mayonnaise, but we can't have, well, we can have salad dressings, but you have to be careful with them because they got carbs in them, right? So I'm going to make up my own salad dressing. Hold on for that. Alright, I got my trusty Pyrex. I'm going to mix up some dressing with here. I just need my mixing spoon. Yeah, there we go. Now we can have as much as this as we want. This is zero carbohydrate. So we're going to add a good chunky thickness of it in there. Now you can use mayonnaise as a dressing by itself, but I like to fix it up a little bit here. Like with a little bit more of that hot sauce right there. Okay. And like I say, a little of this stuff goes a long way, so we'll put a good little amount in it. Hey, zero carb, folks, zero carb. Come on now, chill. And I got this stevia monk fruit blend sweetener for some sweetness in there. We might need some to go with that heat.
Hello, Moto.
We're just gonna mix that up together real good there. Alright, so I got that mixed up really good. Look at that. Change the color of it a little bit. Put it on top of there like that. Spread it out. And this is the first time I ever made this, so I don't even know if it's good or not yet. So just come up with it in my head just now in front of everybody. Oh boy, is that good. Boy, is that good. That was a winning combination there. I'm glad I did that. I'm glad to remember that. Forget half of the crazy stuff I try. That's pretty good there, y'all. It's got that hot to it, that sweet from the pickle. Got my foundation vegetables in there, some lettuce going on. Plate full of food. My brand new salad dressing. I'm proud of that one, y'all. That was a good salad dressing. That worked out way better than I thought it was going to. We'll give it a 2 thumbs up. The salad dressing is what really made it. What I added at the end there. It is awesome. Alright, folks. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe. And until tomorrow, as always, you folks have a good one.